Vinny Caravella.
Alex Navarro.
Tell me right now everything you know about Duck Dynasty.
Everything I know about the Duck Dynasty. There was, in the beginning, there was Scrooge McDuck, a poor duck immigrant who made his money on the backs of the Beagle Boys, mining oil in the mountains of Duckburg.
Sure.
And then he had some weird family stuff. We'll skip through that. That's not really part of the dynasty. And then there was Donald.
Yeah.
He went off to join the Navy. He also must have had a brother or sister because he's got 3 just adorable little nephews.
Yeah.
Heirs to the Duck Dynasty. Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Webigail comes in there from somewhere. There's a Gizmo Duck. He is a duck, but he's kind of estranged from the Duck Dynasty. He's like Batman.
So now that you've gone on for about a minute and a half, let me stop you and tell you that you're talking about DuckTales.
Yeah, well, pretty much always. Why, are we recording something?
Yes, we're recording a quick look of Duck Dynasty, the video game, which is not
fantastic.
Which is regrettably
get out your pogo stick.
Not based on DuckTales at all.
How many lasers, race cars, and airplanes are there?
None of those
How
things.
much is life like a hurricane?
We are in a duck blur, I'll give you that, but not much else.
Can you turn up the duck blur? Is that one of the settings? Can you put it on ultra?
Yeah, so this
All right,
is...
Yeah, let me answer your question honestly. What I know about Duck Dynasty is it's a TV show about people that make duck collars, and apparently they're very rich.
Right, it is a reality-based sitcom. It is the Beverly Hillbillies made flesh. And now it is a video game, courtesy of the good people at Activision.
Okay. Oh, can we put on subtitles?
Yeah.
I like this music.
I assume that's an option.
Well.
No, it is not.
Huh. Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I'm going to listen to this guy.
Brandon, or it isn't yours. Oh, shut up. I buy everything, therefore, everything is mine.
Hey, you idiot. Stop your arguing.
Hey, Si, you still with John Luke?
What? Bond puke?
John Luke.
Oh, yeah. He's around here somewhere.
Bring him over to the warehouse. We need some help.
Hey.
Is that a okay hay or a no hay?
Hey, that's an okay hey, Jack.
Alex, I don't know if you saw me play New York City Bus Simulator.
Uh-huh.
I think that's the voice actor from that. Are these...
This is the cast.
Are these ducks?
This is the cast of Duck Dynasty doing the voices. What Activision has made here is something I can only describe as an open-world minigame collection. They have semi-lovingly recreated this world that I think is meant to just represent the property of the Duck Dynasty people, because they live in this, this fairly large swath of land.
Where are they? Are they in the South or like the?
I want to say Louisiana, but I can't actually remember off the top of my head. It's somewhere. Yes, they are in the South.
They're in America.
They are in America. It could be Florida. I don't actually remember.
So if I'm understanding you right, you just drove to a minigame?
Yes, I am driving to a minigame, and now actually first I'm driving to a cutscene.
Let's listen to who's this guy.
So John Luke is, I think, the son of one of these guys, and he is someone that has been on the show, but you play him as basically a silent protagonist.
All right, guys, we only have a short window of time to finish this order and get it out the door. The truck gets here at 6, and it leaves whether we're done or not. So that means no goofing.
Is that Ian?
Hey, no need to yell, Willie. We ain't no goof troop. We heard you.
Uh-huh. When is that truck getting here again?
What truck?
I read. Okay, well.
So
see this?
You did say
What is that?
This is a way I can monitor you.
it's an iPad.
Monitor us? What are you talking about?
Because I know you guys have a tendency to get more distracted than a moth in a lamp store. I had security cameras installed all over the warehouse. I know you guys don't like cameras, so I just have this to say to you.
I don't think that's true at all.
So if you leave to play basketball or take a nap or whatever, I will see you on this thing and tell you to get back to work.
That's an invasion of our privacy. What are you, big brother?
Says the people on the reality show.
Little brother telling his big brother to get back to work. Hey, did you see what I did there?
No.
Whatever.
What do you do?
I need to rework that.
I don't know.
Hey, I'm gonna be in the warehouse storage room working, and I suggest you do the same. Oh, and by the way, I'm watching you.
Alex, I have so many questions.
Can you believe that?
I don't know that I have answers for you, but I'll try.
Weirdo. What's up with that?
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Hey, that's not just ridiculous. That's redonkulous, Jack. Now what?
I'll tell you what. We're gonna pull a little prank on old Willie. John Luke, you want to work here, don't you? Well, half the fun of being a Robertson is being able to goof off and pull one over on Willie when you get a chance. You up for it? Okay, then I have a plan.
Oh, I like plants. I like watering them.
Forget him. Okay, so John Luke, you're going to sneak
Alex,
through
I
the
have so many
warehouse.
questions.
Always avoid a camera whenever you see one. When you're close to the storage room, you're going to need to lure Willie out somehow so he leaves.
Are you playing Metal
Once
Gear?
he's distracted, you go inside, swipe his little monitor,
pretty
and bring
much.
it back to us.
You're wearing camos.
We'll take care of it from there. Just
They were all
don't
wearing
get
camo.
caught.
Well, them Duck boys are in for a
Yep.
bit of a surprise. All right,
Follow me.
Alex, is the show? So I've never seen Duck Dynasty. Is the show scripted?
In the way that most reality television is at least a little bit scripted, yes.
Oh boy.
That's right.
How about instead of fucking pulling this goof, you clean up the broken glass on the floor, kid?
Stop right there.
Yeah.
Like, clean the warehouse. There's
You would
shattered glass.
You would think that would be the right way to go about this, but no, apparently not. This is the first time I've run into this minigame, which is fun because I've played this game for all of maybe 2 hours,
Yeah.
2.5, and
seems like a
it
decent
says I'm
amount of
almost
time.
50% of the way through the game already.
Have the minigames been pretty varied?
Most of the Vinny games up to this point, well, I just think I just said Vinny games because that's mentally that's just where I'm at right now.
Welcome to the Vinny game.
Most of the games I've played thus far have been variants on Duck Hunt, on fishing, the sorts of outdoorsman activities that
You might associate
this family
with.
tends
Okay.
to associate itself with. Then there's the little bit of light driving around and stuff like that. But this is the first time I've done anything that has actually required me to do this like third person stealth, which I hate. Character.
Can you
move.
jump? Can you do anything else but run?
No, this is kind of the limit of it.
What? You... Alex, you are playing Metal Gear.
I know. This is.
You gotta be like a ninja, okay? You gotta blend in with everything. I'm part of Willie's office right now.
You know, this is so much more inspired than anything else I've played in this game thus far.
Okay.
I almost wonder if this is like a small cry for help from the people who had to make this game. Like, look, we do like video games, but dear God, look what we have to do. Look what they've made us do.
Oh my God, this is all kinds of fantastic.
Oh,
What, is that him next to you?
I think so.
Okay. So, I'm sorry, let me go back to... Uh-oh.
Tell me where you would like to go with this.
The dialogue in the show, is it stilted in this kind of like...
You know what? I'd say it's a little more natural than
Okay.
than what they're doing here, but you definitely get the sense that like a producer somewhere
Was
said,
prep- okay.
so what you need to go in is present this situation
Okay.
to these people, talk as you would amongst yourselves, but here's where we're going with this.
Okay.
The way all reality television
Here are
is.
the 3 lines that need to
Yeah.
get said.
It is not uniquely inauthentic.
Yeah.
It is just inauthentic the way
Yeah.
most reality television
I've seen
is.
it totally before. Like, I think Porn Stars has a... Pawn
Stars.
Pawn Stars
Yeah.
has that similar thing of like, we've got to go in and sell this stuff today. And it's like
Yep.
you're somebody is giving you this, feeding you this stuff. Go hit that guy. See if you can like bump into him. Okay, no. All right. Just want to see where we're at. You know, it's got the exclamation point.
Yeah.
Is it a duck call or?
No, I think that's just an exclamation point.
Sometimes an exclamation point is...
But there are duck calling mini games in this game. Like that is part of the duck hunting is that you have to do. It is a real simple ass rhythm game, but it is they have tried to find ways to turn duck calling and the sitcom antics of this family into a game. And you know what?
Oh yeah?
Here's the thing I'll say about it.
Yeah.
It is not a good game,
Oh.
but someone really tried.
Okay.
They did, like, this could have just been a bunch of stupid minigames, but they have tried to wrap this game in the sort of, like, in the atmosphere of the show. Whether you like that or not,
Yeah.
whatever, but they have tried to make it feel semi-authentic to what this show is. And that, to me, is, in a way, almost more profoundly disappointing.
Oh, really? I thought you were going to say admirable.
I mean, it's admirable, but it's also just sort of like,
My leg is on fire.
man,
That's not how you get
I'm just trying to imagine design meetings for this game, and people being like, well, how do we really capture the authenticity of Duck Dynasty?
Well, you know, it's like when they do...
Picked it back up.
Oh, let me hear this
It
guy.
had beaver water in it, and I drank it.
Why'd you drink the water?
Hey, I was thirsty.
Get back to work.
You know, when you go to those, like... I don't really do them so much anymore, but you used to go to all those, like, press things of... you know, we worked real hand-in-hand with the asset team for, you know, Star Wars, and, like, it's amazing to finally get in there and realize new duck callers that,
Yeah, yeah, and it's...
Oh, this is real footage, okay.
Yeah, they intersperse some real footage here and there.
That's just gonna happen. Yeah, I tell them stories, just like when I was in Vietnam. You know, you gotta do something to make the time pass. Look here, a trapper. He's got a wolverine in the trap, and he shoots this wolverine in the head. Well,
That guy right there with the sunglasses,
Yeah.
I was on a plane with him not that long ago.
there's an art to storytelling. You gotta have a good punchline or something to spice it up a little bit. It can't just be a bland story. Hey, that baby wolverine grows up and declares war on this sucker.
Some of Si's stories you could label as science fiction.
I could see Sioux Indians sitting on horseback with war paint on.
The scary part is I think Si believes him.
He comes in and just ransacks his cabin.
Let's sci-fi all the way.
That's true. All of my stories, they're 95% truthful.
No way. Wolves chasing him, burning his shoes up.
My tennis shoes didn't catch on fire. They did get hot.
Big buck deer the size of elk.
That story was true, everything about that.
Are we just watching Duck Dynasty?
Right now we're just watching Duck Dynasty. This is what the show pretty much is.
This is like Naruto.
Yes, it's exactly like Naruto, with less characters, but yes, you're right, it's identical otherwise.
They ain't a bunch of sour pussies.
What? Sourpusses?
I think that's what he said.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with that's what he said.
The last one, Jack. Booyah!
There he is, and just in the nick of time. We just finished boxing the first pallet. Did you get the monitor? Cool. No more spine for Willie.
Even though we're actually doing the work he told us to do, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Really bright screen.
Oh man, they're gonna look at porn, aren't they?
Oh, Willie.
What is he doing?
I don't know, Si, but it certainly isn't work. Look at him, pretending he's a ninja with his samurai sword. That's embarrassing.
Hey, let's mess with him.
Good idea, Si.
There were a lot of times where I was wondering if
How did they get rich?
yeah, this duck call is incredibly popular.
Can see you.
Hey, give me back my monitor.
Come on, Mr. Sumo Wrestler.
What?
Let's get out of here and do some hunting.
You get the first pallet.
That is wildly inaccurate.
Let's take a break and do some hunting.
That's what I just said.
Maybe the scripts didn't get changed or something.
Good job, John Luke. I'd say you're fitting in quite perfect.
Perfectly.
The way that guy talks, the one in the
Yeah.
black, I swear to God, he's Mike Judge doing a character from King of the Hill. Like it's just
I like me some teas too.
I want to hang out with these guys during this recording session.
the beginning of the game. There's an extended joke with the crazy uncle where he talks about boogers in his beard that goes on way longer than you think it will.
In the game or in the footage of...
In the game
Okay.
footage, like in the in-game cutscenes. Okay, I can use the metal detector.
Well,
here.
I forgot what I must have missed some
So
stuff.
there's a thing earlier on where you get a metal detector and then you can like look for things that Sai has buried around the area because he is a crazy person, so he just buries shit everywhere.
Is Sai the like?
He's the Vietnam veteran guy.
But is he the guy who made the first duck call?
You know what? I don't know enough about the history of this family to say
Okay.
who was the genius behind any of this.
Okay.
I just know it is a family business, and that guy who was with the samurai sword is ostensibly the boss.
It seemed like it. And then, oh wow, hey, no yuppies here.
I'm very close. I'm very close. This says I'm getting further away. Says
What kind of things do you find? All sorts of... What?
I found a beard manual.
Can you change beards?
No.
Okay.
It's just I found a treasure.
Okay.
Anyway, so we're going to go to the next thing.
Okay.
Let's take a look at the map. So here's the map of where you can go.
I assume this is all authentic.
I guess you got me.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you right here.
For my part,
There be ducks here.
I am the open world part of this does not seem at all necessary. Like, it's not that I don't appreciate it, it's that I sort of don't understand why they went to this much trouble, because literally all you're doing is just driving to these mini games.
You can't pick up a side mission or something? A new bob?
That's for fishing.
Bobber, it said? Or
Bobber.
Okay, bobber. Can you change radio station?
Yes. And they are all just kind of like, hey, we found the same license-free music service that you use, Vinny, and here's
we
something
found
that said...
typed in Sanford and Son. And then...
we typed in, like, okay, authentic Americana solo-heavy rock guitar, or...
no vocals, please.
Jaunty, upbeat, Zydeco, happy fun time. Like, they all had those kinds of descriptions, and then so they just populated the station with that stuff.
What else we got? Let me change that radio station.
I don't know, I was kind of digging the Zydeco, but all right.
All right, what else we got?
That one apparently has nothing.
Sure.
We'll go with this for now.
So, does the show kind of go, in the episodes you have seen, like, chronicle the business, or they're just their kind of misadventures?
It is the misadventures of their life loosely tied to their ongoing business.
So, like, a little bit of time in the warehouse, and then let's go hunting, or drive ATVs, or...
like, there's a whole section where you're hunting beavers at one point, and then they cut to footage of a thing on the show where they actually blew up a beaver dam.
Weird.
Like, those are the kinds of things they get into, and that's, that's fine.
But they're rich, right?
That is my understanding, yes, is that they became wealthy because of this.
So it's just the rich getting richer now, because it's a very popular show, right?
It is one of the most popular shows on television. I don't think I'm exaggerating that. Like, everything I've ever read about Duck Dynasty is that it is by far the most popular thing on the A&E network. And it has become something of a cultural touchstone. Take that to mean whatever you want.
Hey, I've never seen it, so maybe the show is A-okay. I should watch
I've watched a few episodes, and...
Did you watch them on a plane? Were you stuck on a plane somewhere? Because that's where I wound up watching most of my...
I have watched a couple on a plane. I think I watched one in the first season when it first came out because I wanted to know what the hell it was.
He wants to the fastest on the river.
Like, it's not even a show that, like, makes me angry or, like,
Sure,
I have any real displeasure with. It's just sort of like, it's just not my taste. So now we're on a boat.
Go get the airboat.
So we're on a boat going to a boat.
Okay.
Because we are trying to pad this out as much as we can, apparently.
Well,
Can't just bring you to the boat.
Somebody had to render all this.
I know! That is the part that blows my mind. That is the part where I say, like, the amount of, like, craft that kind of went into this feels like...
Hey, man, if you want the Duck Dynasty experience, I guess, here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
I mean, I assume the show has a little more going on than traveling from clip to clip.
No, but you know what? If you're trying to make a cheap-ish game that will just sell easily to the sort of people who watch this TV show, throw in a bunch of hunting mini games and some real light sitcom comedy situations into it is really all you have to do.
Sure.
Throwing this like open world on top of it and like all these like extended dialogue sequences and stuff and these rendered cutscenes, it's like, You went to more trouble than you actually needed to do to make this game work.
I don't know. I got out of this meeting and they said they just tripled our budget and said we have another year to finish that Duck Dynasty game.
I think we're about to do an airboat race. I think that's what's about to take place here.
Any fish in that water?
Let's have a competition. Who can make the most money?
Catching fish?
Catching fish.
They compete in everything. Don't make any difference what it is. Whether it be horseback riding, throwing horseshoes, playing baseball, all that. A knockdown drag out one time over making a couple of pieces of toast.
It's a good setup. We were talking to the TV guide producer, Liddy, before we started. She said Duck Dynasty shot in 4K, which,
you know,
that's kind of interesting.
Here's an interesting thing about that show. Every time I've watched it, I have legitimately thought to myself at least once, this show looks way better than it should. Which, again, I guess maybe that applies to this game as well, but it's just like,
I mean, I think
they really spent some money to make this look like, you know,
cool.
like a nice-looking television show.
The stuff that's on here is getting compressed to high hell and back, but that's very cool.
It is, in its own way, something of a fascinating show. I don't, you know, I haven't watched enough of it to really properly judge it one way or the other, but it perhaps says a lot that, you know, this sort of light, relatable kind of like reality comedy is so popular. The airboats do not handle supremely well because, you know, they're airboats.
Sure. Oh,
hey, what's up?
Oh, hey, that guy helped you out.
A little bit. Oh, here we go. Here's the thing. This will be fun.
You know, we built this just because.
Well, you know, I mean, if you have this giant property and it's full of waterways, why wouldn't you do that?
That's a fantastic point.
Yeah. Like, that is the impression I've always gotten, is that everything this family does is because they can. And most of it, you know,
good fun?
I would say at least the stuff they show on the show seems pretty harmless.
Like, good on you, you got some money.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, you know, I'm not a hunter myself, but I don't get the impression that, you know, they're doing anything outwardly horrible. They're just, you know, they're making duck calls. They made a successful business out of it. They hunt animals on their property. I mean, that's, lots of people do that.
Are there other calls? I know there's like a moose call, right?
Yeah, I don't think that's as lucrative an industry. You know, we'll if the next thing is not a duck call minigame, I will spit out to the actual like minigame section, and we can just check that out, because I feel like that is something I did a bunch of times very early on, so we're taking a quick look at.
From your open world, can you drive to a previously done minigame? It looked like they were still on the map, just didn't have a...
So the mission icons disappear after you do them.
Oh, they do. Okay.
But there's a minigames menu where I think you can just go in and do any of the stuff that you've already done. Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Airboats always sound like a good idea.
Yeah, big fan. Yeah, like
they always sound awesome, and then, you know, try steering one.
They always just seem like something that, like, not a real thing that, like, MacGyver just made. Like, we're stuck in this thing. What do we have? A giant fan and some sheets of aluminum. Corrugated aluminum and a fan.
Yep.
Oh, no, wait. Do you have to win this?
I don't know. I hope not.
Oh, yeah, it does say reach the finish line first.
I'm kind of screwed, I think. Because not only did I not finish first, I think I'm finishing last.
Hit the boost.
Aw, good try, John Luke. You'll get them next time.
Thanks, Mom?
Mom?
So I don't know if we want to do that again, or do we want to jump out?
Let's... You don't win this. Do this again.
All right, one more time.
Yeah.
And if I don't win it that time, then we'll just do something else.
Tell me more about what I know about skiffs or airboats. I don't know if there's a difference. I call it a skiff, I think, because Zartan, wrote on a skiff.
Yes, Zartan and what was that team name?
The Dreadnoughts?
Yes, that sounds right.
I think it was the Dreadnought Chainsaw, Ripper.
Yeah.
Torchy, and I don't know. Like, one guy had a flamethrower, one guy had a
buzz gun, and Larry, and the Fonz.
Phil.
I don't remember the name of anyone else from that team.
I think it was Buzz. I think Buzzsaw might have been a guy.
Well, there was. I mean, yes. I don't know if he was on that team, but he was. There was a
Buzzsaw, Ripper, and like, I think there was like the guy with the blonde hair and the mirrored sunglasses. I mean, they all had mirrored sunglasses. Anyway,
I forget what their connection to Cobra was, like how they became
I think they were
involved.
like mercenaries.
They were mercenaries, but I can't remember if they were like a Destro connection or if they were just kind of their own thing.
Guy had a sick accent. Like,
yep.
Real tough guy. I don't even know what Zartan.
Well, as tough as you can be wearing weird face paint, you know,
That's true.
and a lot of like colorful leather.
Zartan was supposed to be like a master of espionage or something, right? Like could sneak in anywhere, change his identity.
Oh, was that him?
I think so.
You might be right.
And then you got the toy, and you left him out in the sun, and he like changed a different color. And then it like basically got broken after that.
Yeah, I think my thing was I never did that because I saw what happened to my friends' toys when they did that, and they always ended up in horrible condition.
You never brought your toys outside?
I mean, I brought them outside, but I didn't just like leave them out there, you know?
G.I. Joes for me.
I mean, I blew up my share of G.I. Joes.
Were meant to be thrown on a roof. Like, oh, I got this parachute.
Well, because if you don't, they'll just break on their own eventually anyway. Like that rubber band in the middle would just snap, and then it would just be useless.
Then no, what? Then you get to make your fan fiction G.I. Joe, like Snake Eyes body with like Storm Shadow head, arms, and like, Bazooka's left leg. I remember my mom when I was younger had to fix and repair a lot of G.I. Joes.
It's kind of horrifying.
Kind of, in a little way, yeah.
Like, at what point do you just graduate from that to like sewing a rat onto a cat? Like, where do you draw the line?
I think there's a bit of a curve on there.
I'm not saying that the two are directly analogous. I'm just saying that one could very easily lead to the other. Like, where does the experimentation stop?
Become that like.
Oh God, I screwed it up again.
Toy Story that's just a horror. Oh geez, they really don't
give you much much give there. Oh, well, maybe I can still do this.
Yeah, G.I. Joes, I lost the weapons for every G.I. Joe immediately.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I lost a lot of weapons. I certainly lost a lot of, like, body parts and other, various...
Oh! Yeah!
I don't know how I won that, but I did, so...
Congratulations, first place, woohoo!
Yeah, that was real authentic sounding.
Oh, what are you doing down there? Drinking some wine.
But that was an easy track. Just wait till next time. See you around.
How did I get here? Is what that face says to me.
Help me. So now you gotta walk back to the truck?
I think they want me to get me back on this boat, so I'm gonna get on this boat.
Oh, and take it back to the other boat, and then take the boat to the truck?
Well, there's no path, so maybe, I don't know.
Well, they all went to the left. So yeah, I assume you want to make a hard left and go through...
There's like a fishing thing over here.
Okay. Well, there's your truck.
You know what? I'm going to back out of here.
Okay.
I'm going to get out. We're going to go to the minigame section. Because I think the duck calling and shooting part is the most... Let's see what we got here. All right, so yeah, these are like the different duck blinds and stuff. So let's just do this one. Start.
All right, this is your duck hunt part?
Yeah. Or maybe they won't actually make me do the...
Okay, John Luke, let's hunt some ducks.
So they're not actually going to make me do the duck call part of this. This is literally duck hunt. They just made a really easy version of duck hunt here. But this is kind of what that is. But in the other
spread on that.
In the other version, you have to use the duck calls, do the rhythm minigame to call them in first. And then once you do that, you just have this really easy shooting. Because all I'm doing is just holding the left trigger to snap to it, and then just firing.
Oh, you don't even really have to find them.
Nope.
Not bad for an intern. Looking good,
It is incredibly easy. It is the easiest.
And they kind of just like fall.
Yeah.
That's it? We won the duck?
For that one, yeah.
Let's go back into the story. Go see. All
right.
Go see what
the next thing
is. What
is.
the Dynasty is up to, and then maybe we'll
call
jump
this
out.
one.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll start you at the boat again, or.
That's probably where.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Jump in your pickup truck.
All right. So where's the next thing? That appears to be the next thing.
Fishing?
Looks like fishing. So let's do some fishing. You like fishing, right?
I really do like fishing.
I've never been a huge fan, but it's just, I think the tedium of it for me is more the issue than anything else. Like, I just don't get the same relaxing quality that a lot of people get out of it. Like, I certainly like sitting around in nature and just kind of, enjoying sitting on the water or whatever, but like, the actual fishing part of it is not very exciting or fun to me.
Well, I just put a rod in the water and then sit back and, have a beer, read a book or something. I rarely... When I go fishing, rarely catch anything.
Sure.
But I haven't been fishing in a while. One time I went shark fishing.
Really?
Yeah. It's like catch and release or whatever. You can take it home, but we end up only catching a blue shark, which I guess you can't eat.
Right.
And they have size and requirements and stuff. But boy, that was something. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
A shark is heavy.
I've heard that.
Like,
how big was your boat?
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Yes, that's where I was going with that.
But the shark was really big, and getting it up to the boat, because you don't know what you have on the line until you bring it up. Took a long time, and for a bunch of people that were, kind of young and in shape,
yeah,
we were kind of just out of it. Not
Sure.
to mention, like, half of us were seasick by the time, because you are on a big boat. And,
what's happening over here?
It's like the sea. There's tons of fish in the sea, right?
He's right there. Hey, there's bluefin tuna, there's yellowfin tuna.
We're talking about women, Si.
Hey, there are plenty of fish in the sea. Barracudas, hey, mackerel, there's snapper, swordfish,
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
sharks, sushi, cop,
They just go on like this.
boiled crabs, hey, stingrays, manta ray, gamma rays, hey, ray-ban. There's fried shrimp.
We're not naming all the fish in the sea.
But the shrimp are not fried in the sea.
Well, hey, you can saute them.
We're not talking.
Oh my God.
Hey, I done got hungry.
What about all that advice we just gave you?
I caught a good fish. I'll keep her.
She's right. There's cod, there's snapper, and fish sticks. Hey, those things are delicious.
They're not real fish. Well,
They
how many
taste like
fish
fish.
look like a stick?
Just because they're little sticks don't mean they're not real fish.
I think it's parts of the fish.
Oh my gosh.
How about octopus, shrimp?
This is well edited,
Yeah.
well presented.
Yeah.
Hey, that entertained me. I'm not gonna lie, Alex. Might have to get a little more taste of Duck Dynasty after this. That was all right.
Catfish for dinner.
I don't think I could watch this on a regular basis, but
But if I'm on a plane,
yeah.
You'll need to look for the right spot to fish from.
well,
All right, so here's our fishing minigame.
You didn't know your mom knew so much about fishing.
okay. Alex, I think this is just like every other video game fishing that is not a game about fishing. Oh, but I'm having to let it out a bit. That's
Yeah, they're being like, it's actually not the worst representation of like realistic fishing that I've ever seen. Like, you have to be careful, can't put too much tension on the rod. This thing really doesn't want to come in. Ugh.
There you go. You gotta get the fight out of him.
This is actually the hardest any fish has fought thus far. Usually it doesn't take quite this long.
Well, it's coming in.
Yeah.
And we got this sick track playing.
Yep. Song that just says "Fishing Man"
or NASCAR.
Yeah, maybe I'm letting it out too much. I don't know, but it's taking a lot longer than usual.
They gave you like 5 minutes or 6 minutes to do it.
Oh, I was using the wrong stick. That's the problem. It's the right stick. That moves the thing.
Well, now
is the
you
problem.
have caught a fish in 30 seconds.
Yep. There we go. It's too far.
Come on, catch a 30-pounder.
No, you just have to catch 30 pounds worth.
Oh. All right. Well, awesome. I stand by my.
Yeah.
Let's catch 30-pounder.
That's why it wasn't working before. Now, though it is actually sort of uncomfortable to be holding the right trigger down and also using the right stick. Like
Yeah. Once you said that, I kind of started looking at your hands and.
It's a little dicier. Come on. Come here, you son of a bitch.
As a kid, we used to just grab fishing poles and go.
Yeah.
To where there was water. Can you even do that as a kid anymore?
I mean, I think in some places you can. If you're asking me, like, what are the politics of where you can fish these days,
Yes,
you are asking
in every municipality.
You are super asking the wrong person about that.
Well, like when I go back to where I grew up, like I visit my parents, and I think about like a walk by places and be like, I used to fish here, and now this is like benches are here and it's paved over and there's a park, and like, would I eat anything I pulled out of this water? Probably not, because after we fished there, we just rode our dirt bikes into it, and that probably wasn't good. You looking for the next fishing spot?
Yeah, just trying to find. I think I see it right over here. Yeah, there we go. So I'm almost there. I just got 12 more pounds to go. Too far. There we go. Even though it says not far enough, I actually went too far. If we're being realistic here. Oops, I hit the wrong button. There it is.
Have you ever been hunting?
No. I have shot guns before. I have never gone actually hunting before. I had a lot of friends who used to hunt when I was growing up. They rarely invited me. Because, I mean, I expressed no real interest in it, so...
I've never been hunting either. I think the thing... I think butchering the animal is where I would have my biggest trouble.
Yeah.
You know what? I'd probably have a lot of trouble pulling the trigger, to be honest.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, the reasonable response to that is, why wouldn't, you know, why it's, you're basically just performing the act that someone else does for you when you're eating meat.
And I totally agree. And I actually have had this discussion, probably with you, with a bunch of people, that I feel like, you know, when you're of age, when a man or a woman are of age, they should have to slaughter their own livestock.
Yeah, I think we did talk about this once.
to get you're like able to eat this livestock now. Like, all right, did you pass your slaughtered chicken test? Okay, you can eat whatever chicken you want now. Did you butcher your own cow? Okay, now you can have a hamburger and pig. I looked it up. I've tried to figure out what's involved, how you do it. Just in case.
But you're not expecting to be doing that at the old homestead anytime soon?
Probably not.
You're not going to take Max out to kill his first deer in the near future?
Not in the near future. Like I said, I'm not opposed to it. I'd probably go under like the guidance of somebody who's very good at it. I know people who go hunting and like...
Those fish are going to look great on the dinner table.
You know, I've got family and friends upstate New York, you know.
Yeah.
Hunting goes on. Oh shit, this is another race. Sailing?
Oh wait, hang on.
Okay. Okay.
We're definitely going to the ATV. I think that's how we're going to close this out, is a little ATV action.
Bow hunting. Just spending your days, you know, fishing, riding Zartan's boat, and, you know, watching clips of Duck Dynasty. It's a good life.
I feel like you should have just said, to spend your days being Zartan.
Out in the woods.
Yep.
Not in the sun too much, because you'll get broken.
No.
Who's your favorite Joe? Or Cobra?
Joe or Cobra?
Or the what was it with the third faction, the Cobra la 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 people? They made toys of those guys.
Yes, the Serpentor and Globulus and all that, Nemesis Enforcer and all that stuff. I don't know. I like the weird twins from Cobra. And
Zamos.
But it's the same name backwards and forwards. Yeah, I like them. They were good characters. Of the Joes, I mean, I think everyone kind of liked Snake Eyes, the Silent Ninja dude.
Oh yeah, sure.
Storm Shadow was the Cobra equivalent, right? Yeah. So yeah, I always like Snake Eyes.
Hey, thanks.
The one that came with the wolf was pretty good. That version.
Hey, I'm working on my swing. All I do is slice and hook.
Speaking of hook, look what your son did.
Awesome.
Hey, look at here. We got a couple of rugged outdoorsy types over here and a yuppie with a golf club over there. I mean, this is like that game. One of these things is not like the other. I'll let you boys decide which one. The yuppie? I mean, it's a rhetorical question, Si.
I've never been any good at quizzes. You know that, Phil.
So here I was thinking you boys were out in the woods teaching my young grandson, John Luke, how to be a Robertson.
We are.
Ha! Let me ask you something. In what department exactly does a yuppie sport like golf come in handy as a redneck?
How about in the hobby and fun department?
No. I mean, it ain't fun enough to be a hobby, and it sure ain't redneck enough to be sports. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how I feel about this anti-yuppie bent that is being displayed
This
here.
anti-yuppie sentiment.
Yeah.
Does anybody say yuppie anymore?
Even a game like golf.
This guy.
Be considered fun and a hobby. Bo, let's teach this yuppie child something about fun.
Yuppie child. That's my New York Underground rap name. My dad.
Young yuppie.
My dad for a long time called me a yuppie. When I basically just started working at like 16.
Sure. See, my dad could never call me a yuppie because he was kind of like king of the yuppies.
He wore the crown.
Yeah. Like he if the yuppies had their own political structure, he would be wearing the golden polo shirt, you know, like
sure.
that's kind of where he was at, so I don't think that's something he would ever say derisively. I can just drive into the woods. I can.
Yeah, oh yeah, you can.
I don't know how far, but for the moment I can.
So you're definitely on an ATV.
But eventually I think I'm just going to run into like this tree wall.
Oh yeah, you ran into the tree wall.
It's fine.
In my...
Wait, why did that go so fast, going backwards?
Because it's like a Bioforge, go faster going backwards. Now that I am a Duck Dynasty expert,
yes,
I'm going to say I think Sai loses a bit of something being on a script.
Yeah, he definitely, I think his particular brand of lunacy is best experienced in its undistilled form.
Yeah, or at least well edited.
Yeah.
That straight-faced kind of just, I'm crazy.
But I love it. Mm-hmm. Like, you can tell that he is celebratory of his own goofiness, and I can appreciate that in someone.
How'd you guys get here? Ducks.
Help. All right.
Over here, John Luke.
And now here's this golf course that we apparently built on the property.
Okay.
This is going to be the right thing to end this on. I can just tell.
Oh wow, off of shells. That's great.
Games, hey, they're the best games.
Here's the rules for this
Whoa.
game.
Back off the mic.
Hit a bunch of golf balls onto the golf course.
Yep.
Only you can't let them land. If you keep enough balls
He's
from
right
landing
at
on the
your
golf
face.
course, you
No.
win. If too many get through to the golf course, then
Sometimes
we
you
win.
stare into the abyss. The abyss stares back.
I suspect it will not let you pull the trigger when you are pointed at a human, right?
Let's find out.
Nope. Nope, now you're just locked onto a golf ball. Wait.
Hope I didn't leave my truck out there.
Am I not shooting the right things?
What? Maybe get more for the... I kind of missed there a little... So you got this.
I think I'm just supposed to be hitting the red ones, maybe. I don't know.
No. They're giving you credit.
Weird.
The red ones just might be like double.
But like, so I shoot that one and that one works, but then I shoot this other one and it doesn't do anything.
Maybe they're getting it before you.
Maybe. Oh, that might be it. Maybe someone else is.
Yeah.
No, because I'm like, I just shot that.
Try that red one. The red one definitely.
Maybe the red
count.
ones are the ones that matter. I don't know.
What? Wait. I'm confused because your number's going up when you're not shooting things.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on anymore.
But essentially, this is the duck hunting game.
Yeah, but with golf balls.
Alex, I have yet to see you do a duck call.
I promise you it's in there. I'm sorry that it did not come up in this, but you do duck calls.
And it's a rhythm game?
Yeah, it's just literally like tap these buttons in rhythm.
And what does it sound like? So somebody trying to like like strangle Charlie Brown's teacher or something? Like, basically.
I mean, that's kind of what ducks sound like, right?
Sure. An angry duck.
I don't know any other kind of duck, to be honest with you. Have you ever met like an untemperamental duck?
Just call me Golden Beaver.
I don't even know what I just did.
And I don't want to call him Golden Beaver.
Should we try this again?
No, not this. Well, sure. Maybe it'll pop it up. No, it didn't give you the. Okay. You've shot in 3, so okay. You're not getting any points for this.
My truck out there.
Somehow you're getting.
Is that maybe those are not good things?
Maybe those are misses. Maybe you get 20 misses, you're done.
Maybe. So just try to shoot as many as you can.
Sure. Yes.
Though it's weird because usually when you do this, it tallies what you're actually accomplishing.
I'm sure on one of those info screens it said what we were doing.
It's my bad for skipping through it.
You know, maybe you're not competing with
that's what
Phil. You're competing against the golfers.
Maybe. Oh yeah, maybe it's how many they're getting on the ground versus how many you're shooting.
Right.
That would make some sense.
And that's why it tells you Phil is reloading. Okay, do not shoot the red ones.
I think that's what I'm getting from this. Yes.
Alex,
this is only going for 2 minutes, so like we can just finish this.
We are. We did it. We solved video games.
Yeah.
We figured out the Duck Dynasty golf minigame. Wow, that's some stuff.
Yep.
Oh. Damn it, Phil. It's a lot of ammunition.
Yep. Well, better to use for this, I guess.
I got also a lot of golf balls.
Yeah.
The Dynasty, keeping people employed in America, making golf balls and
golf
shotgun
balls,
shells.
bullets, and duck calls. That's the general gist of this. So yeah, this is Duck Dynasty. It's out now. It is a video game that is based on Duck Dynasty. I don't know that there's really much else I can really say about it.
We got a minute left here. You can win?
I'm not even hitting anything at the moment. There we go.
I want to see you win. Then I want to see if the next one is a duck thing, and if it's not, we are pulling the ripcord. Dude, you said, I think I asked you this before, it's on multiple platforms?
Yeah, it is on consoles. It is on, this is the PC version. I forget how much it is.
Hey, do you remember how big the download was?
6 gigs.
Yeah? I mean, you got some video in here.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is just the video and audio.
That Naruto game was like 6 or 7 gigs, I think. Again, it's basically Naruto.
Obviously.
Naruto. Oh, you got this. You got this. Alex, I forgot to ask you a question.
What was that question?
Is it fun?
Not really.
Okay.
And I won.
You did.
I get to shoot them.
Jaunty Banjo Tune says you won.
Well, let's see your map and let's see if you got is it another race?
Well, let's see what else is on here. Maybe there's another one.
This looks like you got a lot of races.
Yeah. And you know what? I think we've done the race thing. So let's just call this.
This ATV again.
Yeah, that's just the ATV that you're driving. So this is Duck Dynasty.
The Duck Dynasty, and is there anything in the main menu that are like extras at the beginning of the game?
Not a lot, but yes.
Can I see the making of Duck Dynasty?
No, but you can have this trailer for the Season 5 DVD.
Thank you.
We are fixing to go where man has never been before.
Oh God, they gave them GoPros.
The Robertson clan is all fired up.
Gentlemen, start your grill.
In Season 5 of A&E's hit series, Duck Dynasty.
On your mark, get set, you ready? Uh-oh. Y'all go ahead and start. I gotta fix this watch.
Get all the antics.
Hey there, Groucho.
Why you keep calling me Groucho?
Have you looked at yourself in the mirror?
Yes, sir, baby.
All the adventures.
What in the world?
Gentlemen, I present Vision.
I'm part $6 million man, and I'm part RoboCop.
Okay.
it up.
Find out what everyone's quacking about.
How you like those Apple Jacks?
There's no such thing as too much of a good thing.
Of course not.
Duck Dynasty Season 5. Look for it on DVD and Blu-ray.
Alex, if I were stuck, I might not turn it off. Ain't no problem with this.
I think that is exactly the right way to approach that show.
Yeah.
If it's there, you don't have to turn it off.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you, Vinny.